The criticism that destroys you is the same criticism that could make you unstoppable. The only difference? How you handle it. Most people let criticism crush them. One negative comment erases 100 positive ones. One piece of feedback sends them spiraling into self-doubt. They avoid putting themselves out there, stay small, play safe, all to avoid the sting of criticism. And the cost? They'll never reach their potential. They'll spend their entire lives being controlled by the opinions of people who don't even matter. Marcus Aurelius was criticized constantly by his own advisors, his Senate, even historians who judged him centuries later. Epictetus was mocked for being a former slave. Seneca faced exile and brutal public attacks. But criticism didn't break them, it refined them. At Stoic Pathway, we've decoded their exact methods for handling criticism, not just surviving it, but using it as fuel. In this video, I'm sharing 5 Stoic truths that will transform how you handle criticism. By the end, you'll see criticism not as an attack, but as an advantage. Subscribe if you're ready to become unshakable. Let's start with truth number 1. If the criticism is true, it's a gift, not an attack. Last year, someone told me my presentation was disorganized and hard to follow. My first reaction? Pure defensiveness. They just don't get it, they're being unfair. Then I rewatched it. They were absolutely right. It was disorganized. I had 2 choices, stay offended or get better. Epictetus said, if someone criticizes you and they're wrong, it's their problem. If they're right, it's your opportunity. Most people can't tell the difference because their ego gets in the way. They're so busy protecting their feelings that they miss valuable information. Here's the twist. Accurate criticism is the fastest path to improvement. Your friends won't tell you the truth. Your family sugarcoats it. But that harsh critic, they just handed you a roadmap to getting better for free. When criticized, pause your emotional reaction and ask, is any part of this true? If yes, say, thank you for pointing that out. I'll work on it. That response transforms criticism from a wound into wisdom. But what about criticism that's completely unfair? That's where truth 2 comes in. Truth number 2, the opinion of others belongs to them, not to you. Someone once called my work shallow and uninspired. It haunted me for weeks. I kept replaying it, questioning everything, wondering if they were right. Then I realized I was carrying around their opinion like it was mine. I'd picked up their baggage and decided to carry it for them. Marcus Aurelius wrote, choose not to be harmed, and you won't feel harmed. Their opinion is just that, theirs. It lives in their mind, shaped by their experiences, biases, and mood that day. It has nothing to do with your actual worth. Here's what changed everything for me. You can't control their opinion, but you can refuse to adopt it. Someone thinks you're arrogant, that's their interpretation. Someone thinks you're weak, that's their lens. Neither assessment becomes true just because they said it. 10 people watch the same movie. 5 love it, 5 hate it. Did the movie change between viewings? No, their perspectives did. When someone criticizes you unfairly, visualize handing their opinion back to them. This is yours, not mine. Their thoughts, their problem, their burden to carry. But if opinions don't define you, what does? That's truth 3. Your worth is determined by your character, not someone's words. 2 years ago, I got brutally criticized online. Hundreds of people piling on, calling me incompetent, a fraud, worse. For 3 days I believed them. My self-worth crashed. Then I asked myself, did their words change who I actually am? Did I suddenly lose my integrity, my skills, my values? No. Nothing about my character had changed. Only my perception had. Epictetus taught, if someone speaks badly of you, consider whether what they say is true. If it is, correct it. If it isn't, laugh at it. Your worth isn't determined by praise or criticism. It's determined by your actions, your integrity, your virtue, things entirely within your control. Here's the liberating truth. Criticism can't diminish you unless you accept it as fact. Words are just sounds. They only have power if you give them power. A diamond doesn't lose value because someone calls it worthless. Its worth is intrinsic, so is yours. After criticism, ask, did this change my character? Am I less honest, courageous, or kind? If no, your worth is unchanged. But here's something even more interesting about critics themselves. Truth number 4, the critic often reveals more about themselves than about you. Someone once criticized me for showing off, by sharing my progress online. It stung until I learned they'd tried the same thing, got little response, and quit. Suddenly, their criticism made sense. They weren't commenting on me. They were projecting their own frustration. Marcus Aurelius observed that people criticize others for the very things they struggle with themselves. The person who calls you selfish is often battling their own selfishness. The one who calls you weak fears their own weakness. Criticism is often confession in disguise. Here's what changes everything. When you understand this, criticism loses its sting. You stop taking it personally because you realize it's not really about you. It's their pain, their insecurity, their unmet expectations projected onto you. Ever notice how happy, fulfilled people rarely criticize harshly? It's always the struggling, bitter ones who tear others down. That tells you everything. When criticized, ask, what does this reveal about the critic's own struggles? Suddenly, you'll feel compassion instead of hurt. And if you still doubt you can handle criticism, remember this final truth. Here's truth 5. Even the wisest Stoics faced ridicule. You're in good company. When I first started sharing Stoic content, someone commented, "Who are you to teach philosophy? You're nobody." It crushed me until I remembered who else faced that exact criticism. Epictetus was mocked for being a former slave teaching philosophy. What does a crippled slave know about life? They'd sneer. Seneca was attacked relentlessly, called a hypocrite for being wealthy while teaching philosophy. Marcus Aurelius, the emperor of Rome, was criticized by senators, historians, even his own court. If they couldn't escape criticism, what makes you think you will? Here's the empowering truth. Criticism isn't a sign you're doing something wrong. It's a sign you're doing something that matters. Nobody criticizes people who play small. They criticize people who dare to be visible, to create, to lead. Every great leader, artist, innovator in history faced harsh criticism. That's not despite their greatness, it's proof of it. When criticized, remind yourself. Marcus Aurelius faced worse. Epictetus survived worse. I'm in the arena with giants. Criticism means you're playing big enough to matter. So what does this all mean for you? Conclusion. You now have 5 Stoic truths to handle criticism like a champion. 1. If it's true, it's a gift. Use it to improve. 2. Their opinion belongs to them. Don't adopt it as yours. 3. Your worth comes from character. Words can't diminish that. 4. Critics reveal themselves. Their attacks are often projections. 5. The greatest Stoics faced ridicule. You're in legendary company. Here's what changes everything. Criticism doesn't reveal your weakness. How you handle it reveals your strength. Champions don't avoid criticism. They extract value from it, discard the rest, and keep moving forward. Next time you're criticized, use this 5-step filter. Is it true? Learn from it. Is it false? Release it. Does it reflect their issues? Have compassion. Are great people also criticized? You're on the right path. If this shifted your perspective, hit like and subscribe to Stoic Pathway. Comment, what criticism have you been carrying that you need to release? Remember, your critics don't determine your worth, your character does. Now go handle criticism like the champion you are.